Welcome to MLAT math class, and before us we'll probably in this tutorial we'll be looking at the application of the laws of indices, and with this we'll be using the laws of indices to solve all these problems. And if you are yet to undergo my tutorial on the laws of indices, I'll actually be dropping the link below for you to familiarize yourself with the laws of indices, because those are the laws we'll be using to simplify all this. All right, let's get started. Now number one says 64 over 27 now equals 3 over 4 all raised to the power of t minus 1. We are told to find the value of t. Now this implies that the whole of this expression must be equals to this expression. Now if that be the case, then definitely what we just need to do here is to ensure if we probably get 3 over 4 from this expression. Now for us to do this, what we just need to do is to raise this to an index form. And by raising this to an index form, it means we have to look for a base and raise it to a power that will give you 27. A base also here that will raise it to a particular power that will give you 64. And in this, we can now say this is 4 raised to the power of 3 will actually give you 64, because 4 times 4 times 4 will give you 64. 4 times 4, 3 times. So here we have 3 raised to the power of what? 3. Now, which will give us, let us quickly work on the left hand side. This will give us 4 over 3 all raised to the power of what? 3. Okay, since they have the same power, now we have it this way. Now, since here we have 4 over 3 and here we have 3 over 4, how do we do it to ensure we have 3 over 4? What we just need to do is to transform this to the reciprocal of this number. And by changing it, so it means here we have that 3 over 4 all raised to the power of what? Minus 3. Yes, if you have to change this reciprocal, then we have the index will now become a negative of it. So equals 3 over 4 all raised to the power of t minus 1. Now in this, now you can see we now have the same base both on the left hand side and the right hand side. So we can now eliminate. So we are left with what? Minus 3 equals t plus 1. Now take note, we are asked to find the value of t. So by this we add we add 1 to both sides. Here plus 1, here plus 1. So we are left with the fact that minus 3 plus 1 will give us what? Minus 2 equals t. So here we have that t equals minus 2. Final answer. Okay, now let's move to the next one. The next one tells us that 81 times 2 raised to the power of 2n minus 2 then equals k. We are told to find the square root of k. Now to this effect, what we just need to do, since we are told to find the square root of k, let us square root both sides. Let us square root both sides. By square rooting both sides, it means on the left hand side we have 81 times 2 raised to the power of 2n minus 1. On the right hand side we have what? The square root of what? K. Alright, we can now simplify further. By simplifying further, so here we have the square root of 81 now times the square root of 2 raised to the power of 2n minus 2, which equals to the square root of what? K. Now the square root of 81 will give us what? 9. Now simplifying further here, now looking at this power here, we can see we have a common factor between 2n and minus 2. So we can now factor out, and the factor between these 2n and minus 2 is 2. So you can see here that 2 raised to the power, when we factor out 2 here, we have what? N minus what? 1. Right? All raised to the power of what? 2. Right? So to this effect, then we can now see the square root of what? K. Take note, we are actually looking for the positive value. So that is why I did not actually include the plus or minus into it. So, and as such here now, we can now say 9 then times, now the square root here, this we now cancel this, so we're left with what, 2 raised to the power of what, n minus 1, which is what, the value for what, the square root of what, k. All right, now the next one, number 3. Here we have 3 raised to the power of 1 minus n, close bracket, over 9 raised to the power of minus 2n, then equals 1 over what, 9. Now we are told to find the value of n. Now first of all, we just need to do here is to make this a linear expression. By making it a linear expression, we cross multiply, so which means 9 we multiply through with whatever is in the numerator on the left hand side, and this we multiply through by 1 on the right hand side. So here we have that this is 9 times 3 all raised to the power of 1 minus 1n, then equals what, n raised to the power of minus 2n. All right, now since here we have the lowest base, which is what, 3 here, we can make this also a base of 3, and by so doing, here we have 3 raised to the power of 2 times 3 raised to the power of 1 minus n, then equals 3 raised to the power of 2 into minus 2n. Okay, so here simplifying further, since we have the same base here and following the laws of indices by multiplication, so here we can say that this will sum up with this. Since they are multiplying, the power of this will sum up with this. So here we have 3 raised to the power of 2 plus into bracket 1 minus n, then equals, now this is the product rule. So here we have this will now multiply this. Here we have 3 raised to the power of what, minus 4n. So as such, now since we have the same base on the right and the left hand side, we cancel out. So at the end of the day, we have, opening this bracket here, we have 2 plus 1 minus n, then equals minus 4n. Okay, we can collect like terms. Okay, let us say for that you have 3 minus n equals minus 4n. Okay, we can just take add n to both sides. So here we have plus n. So here we have 3, this one cancel out, then equals to minus 4n plus this one give us what, minus 3n. We can now divide through by minus 3. So our n will give us minus 1. Final answer. Alright, if you love what I've just done, ensure you click on to the notification button, subscribe first before you click on that, and ensure you, so that you'll be notified of all my videos in basic mathematics. Thank you and God bless you.